I'm tired of pretending my parents didn't ruin me, and I think I'm finally done trying to fix something they broke. I don't even know how to explain what this is or why I'm writing it now, but tonight I sat on my bathroom floor, fully dressed, lights off, door closed, just staring at the wall. Not crying, not panicking, just done. And I realized I've been carrying this weight for over 2 decades, and it's never going to get lighter unless I start saying it out loud, or writing it, at least. I'm 27. I live alone. I have a decent job, a few friends, a cat, and more or less a functioning adult life. People think I'm doing well. They say I'm strong and resilient. And I used to take that as a compliment. But now I realize that all strong means is you've survived things people don't want to hear about. So here it is. The thing people don't want to hear. My parents ruined me. And I've spent the last 10 years trying to fix damage they won't even admit they caused. Growing up, my family looked normal from the outside. Two parents, a house, family dinners, vacations once a year. But the walls of that house were tight and cold and suffocating. The rules were silent but absolute. Don't talk back. Don't ask questions. Don't show weakness. And above all, don't make them look bad. My dad was emotionally unavailable unless he was angry. That's when you really had his attention. He wasn't physically violent, but he didn't need to be. His presence was heavy. When he walked into a room, everything stopped. If he was in a bad mood, we were all in a bad mood. His version of love was providing financially and occasionally asking if we needed anything. He thought that was enough. Maybe for him it was. But my mom was worse because she wrapped everything in guilt and fake concern. She'd say things like, "I'm just trying to help you. You always twist everything I say. No one will love you if you act like that. We gave you everything, and this is how you treat us?" She controlled what I wore, how I spoke, who I was allowed to be friends with. If I had emotions she didn't like, she punished me with silence, mockery, or weaponized shame. Once, when I was 15 and broke down crying after a fight, she looked at me with disgust and said, "If I cried every time something upset me, I'd be in a mental hospital. You're lucky to have a roof over your head." So I learned to shut down, to nod and smile, to apologize for existing. Now here I am, almost 30, and I still flinch when someone raises their voice. I say sorry at least 10 times a day, sometimes when someone else bumps into me. I overthink texts for hours. I panic when people are disappointed in me. I don't trust compliments. I can't take care of myself without feeling guilty for resting. I've dated people who treated me like an afterthought, and I stayed, because that felt familiar. I've had breakdowns in silence because I still believe, deep down, that being in pain is an inconvenience to others. And through all of this, my parents still think they were great. They tell me I was a difficult child, that I was too sensitive, that they sacrificed everything for me. They say they don't understand why I'm so distant now, or why I never come home. But when I do go home, I become that terrified little kid again. I feel like my words don't belong to me. I feel like I'm being watched, judged, picked apart. I feel like I have to earn my place at the table by proving I'm not a disappointment. I've tried confronting them, calmly, gently, even in writing. Every time it ends the same way. Deflection, denial, and the classic line, "You remember everything wrong." I remember everything exactly right. I remember hiding in the bathroom to cry. I remember checking the hallway before walking downstairs. I remember the knot in my stomach when the garage door opened and I knew Dad was home. I remember birthdays ruined over nothing. I remember being told to act normal whenever we had guests. I remember never feeling safe. I don't need them to admit it anymore. That part of me, the kid begging for validation, is tired. She's been screaming into a locked room for too long. What I need now is distance, boundaries, peace. And maybe this post is the first real step.